Namaskar, I am Anantha Krishnan from Kalorex Group and we welcome you to a partnership with parents to achieve the NEP's goals of mental health and emotional resilience in students. If you are an educator or represent management, you are pivotal and central to delivering and establishing the fact that mental well-being comes before academic excellence as strongly recognized in the NEP 2020. This year, we also bring to you PCN, a dedicated and transformative parent community network, which is a catalyst in strengthening the parent school collaboration by mapping CBSE's parenting calendar with meaningful sessions aimed to empower parents through shared learning, expert interactions, and peer engagement. Let's take a brief look of our tour across the vast expanse of India as well as at several prestigious international forums such as United Nations, COP28 at Dubai, B20 at Brazil, World Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland, ACE at Australia as we triumphantly completed upwards of a multiple hundred transformative sessions. If you're a stakeholder of the education fraternity, we urge you to act now. We bring to you many offerings under Calrex's 360-degree stakeholder ecosystem. It's important that you begin today and now. 1. Give children the tools they need to thrive emotionally and socially. Our VUCA Steps deck is designed to help kids build self-awareness, resilience, and empathy. VUCA Steps complies with NEP's guidelines under Clause 4.1.2 and CBSE's requirements of teaching socio-emotional learning to students via CBSE circular dated 19 January 2026 and circular dated 20th February 2026. 2. Join our transformative parent community network PCN and discover the tools, insights, and community support. Kindly take note that Calrex's parenting community network goes hand in hand with the CBSE's parenting calendar via CBSE circular dated 1st April 2025 and circular dated 29th April 2026. Take the first step because your child's future starts with you. 3. Be AI ready to make smarter, more informed parenting decisions. Download our AI-powered Maya AI Parenting Steps app today and unlock personalized insights, expert tips, and real-time guidance. Please join us in our journey to create resilient and empathetic students who would be better prepared to thrive in an increasingly VUCA world where human race and AI will intermingle and coexist. Thank you.
Video. We would now request Mr. Anantha Krishnan B, CEO, Operations Kalorex Group, to conduct the Fireside Chat with Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff on Total Parenting Solutions. Here we go for the moment.
Tamil Mannukum Manakam. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure coming back to your motherland, heartland of, I call it the heartland of India, because I'm from this place, so it's closer to my heart, so it's my heartland. Dr. Shroff, a great personality you all know of. Ma'am, I'll not take much of a time introducing because last about an hour there's been a lot of introduction happening across, right? And everyone here knows you well. So we'll go straight away to the points. You've been into the Kalorex fraternity of education for 30 years now. You have built schools, you have built ecosystem products which support schools. You've been into, government policy writing, helping the government frame the right kind of policies. You have been into socio-economic causes, empowering children at below poverty line to come up in life. What really made you think about writing books, particularly on parenting, ma'am?
So everybody is aware of the digital media ban in Australia? Nobody is aware? Can I get a raise of hands? Australia has banned. Digital media ban in France, digital media ban in Singapore, digital media ban in Nepal, digital media ban in Canada, digital media ban in Malaysia. Since I first wrote this book, that many countries have already banned social media. The two large countries that have not banned social media are, number one, America, because they cannot ban. All the social media companies are American in nature. They cannot ban. And the second large country is India. India, some states have apparently banned. Your state is one of them. There is talk that you will ban. But it hasn't happened. And that is why we need to talk about parenting. Today, your classrooms are very volatile, so much aggression, which we can't handle in class. And it's not a conversation for school. Equal amount of violence happens on college campuses because we don't teach emotional regulation. And that's why these parenting books, to help education build a stronger nation through our children.
Thank you very much. So much so in the digital media ban, 30, 40 countries have taken it apart, right? So there is definitely something more to it, right? Would you want to talk a bit about digital addiction before I take you to this first book? We'll go a bit reverse today. I would like you to talk about the second book first, which is The Need of the Hour, right? What is digital addiction causing? Is digital addiction a reason for these bans?
So you are very well aware why the ban is happening to under 16. I want to make a distinction between internet and digital addiction. Internet has its boons. It's good for trade, it's good for knowledge transfer, it's good for online, many things. We are talking about the ills of social media. The ban is under 16 for many reasons. One of the reasons is the children's brain is not fully developed till they're 22. So if the brain is not developed till 22, you can imagine while they are in your school, how underdeveloped the brain is. So during preteens and teenage, when they're exposed to so much happening online, their very character, the very personality undergoes negative change. Through gaming, they learn how to lose money. Financial indiscipline they learn through gaming. Gaming puts them at risk to meet all kinds of unknown people online. The amount of pornography they see at teenage is frightening. They are exposed to nudity. They're exposed to being at the receiving end of intimacy. They are exposed to social blackmail. Today, our children are socially disconnected, social misfits. And you know, they love this word called social anxiety. Any Gen Z, Gen Alpha you talk, they think it is a badge of honor to say, I am socially anxious. You're a social animal. Human beings are born as social animals. You're supposed to respect each other socially. How is it a badge of honor to be socially anxious? That is what the children are growing up to be. And therefore this book, which deals with each of these problems and their solutions. This book is written for teenagers.
Ma'am, this book talks about a concept called as real versus real, wherein children seek a lot of validations online, right? Because at the society level, they have nobody to get validations from maybe today. They're not able to reach out to people, as you rightly said. So what is this real versus real all about? And why is it creating a mistrust amongst people and parents?
So let me give you a very, very direct example of real versus real. We are about what? About 150 odd people in this room. Now, Uma madam is wearing a lovely pink sari. Tell me, if 10 people walked up to her and said, I love your sari, is it less? 10 people complimenting you, is it less? In internet, even if 100 people like it, is less. We have created a scarcity mindset for our children. Even if you get 100 likes, if he got 108 likes, I am in scarcity. He is more popular than I am. When did we teach our children this? We did not teach our children this. We did not tell them that this is wrong. We have let them live in poverty mindset. They are seeking external validation because you are not explaining that the world on the internet is a fake world. It is unreal. That is the difference between real and real. We have to bring our children. In the whole world, children are not addicted anymore to social media, which means that they will be emotionally stronger than our children. Our children do not know where the gender boundaries are. You know why? Can you touch anybody inappropriately physically? If a teenager, boy or girl, touches the other person inappropriately, physically, will somebody take him to task? The answer is yes. On the internet, they are commenting on private parts every day. Every day they are commenting on private parts. When did you teach them the difference? That is the real world where they live 90% of their lives. How are they growing up normally? And what are we doing about it? We are still teaching them geography, which anyways is changing so rapidly because of climate change. What are we doing? I'm here to tell you that in the next 5 years, all the subjects that you're teaching, and Dr. JP said that, you are preparing for a world that does not exist. You're teaching subjects that will not have relevance. What will have relevance is emotional stability, emotional regularity, emotional maturity, emotional resilience, which you do not know how to teach.
So, ma'am, when you showed these two books to the CBSE secretary and to the MHRD secretary, they were so overwhelmed and they asked you to convert it into socio-emotional curriculum. Outcome is these two, curriculum books across classes. How do you see your book really helping the children in the classroom through the curriculum books?
So, I was going around the country talking, creating awareness, giving these books. After this session, we'll give you these books. But we realized that you need structure. So we created this curriculum. Actually, there is a parenting calendar which I will also talk to you about in a minute. So we created this curriculum, which actually, if you start doing in 7th grade, catch them there. Your 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th will become better. Because it has topics like cyberbullying, like stranger danger, like romance and intimacy, like drugs, like vaping, which are real. You may not know, but it's happening, and you have to address it. The feedback that I get is children like it because it's real to them. And the idea is not to stand and judge. The idea is to just facilitate. That if this was the situation, what will you do? I always tell the teachers, don't give any gyan, just facilitate. They know the answers. Allow them to express. Today, you demand academic marks, their parents demand something else, nobody understands the children's world. And that is why subjects like this called social emotional learning is part of curriculum. Because there's a huge gap in society because of that. And the consequence is very bad. You may not know this. You have no idea what kind of negative things happen in society. And I don't want to go there for now. But read. Because we are not teaching. And I think as teachers, you must teach. Teach value systems to children.
Ma'am, when you were at the peak of writing policies for this country, you also wrote this book called Baby Steps. It's a beautiful handbook for parents. Incidentally, I have 2 copies of this book. One which I carry around with me, which I've marked red, blue, and green. And one I've kept in my daughter's drawer, hidden from her. Because when she becomes a mother, it'll be really useful to her, right? So, ma'am, that is the power of this book. So, this book covers a lot about fear, tantrums, early age problems, which are really concerning parents, right? To answer those questions and problems of parent, you launched the PCN, the Parent Community Network, ma'am. So, how do you bring in an analogy between Parent Community Network and this book? What should really people and parents do about, how should they go about reading this book?
First, I'm extremely grateful that when I talked to the MHRD secretary and the CBSE chairman and secretary, they actually made a parenting calendar that is released. In 2025, parenting calendar is released. They saw the need for it. Now, this book is that curriculum. As teachers, as faculty members, you know that teaching has to be age-specific. What topics we can teach 7th grade, we can't teach 2nd grade. So this book is written as per the age. It starts from the womb. Because children listen from the womb. The very celebrated story of Abhimanyu entering the Chakravyuh is the womb story, Garbha. So it begins from what kind of conversations you should have from the womb, to 0 to 2, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. So your foundation year, your primary year, upper primary year, secondary year, it is written exactly like that, age specific. And that's what we do is, like I said, we'll share this book with you. If you can implement it in the school, fantastic. And my request is, you should implement it. Tell your counselors and your teachers to read it chapter by chapter. This will become your curriculum for the parenting calendar. But wherever we went in India, we got this request saying, are the people experts? So the PCN network we created is an online network. It's like a Facebook for parents. Because parenting is a constant need. It's not one solution. Every day the situation changes at home. And children are growing up digitally. Parents don't even understand. So that network is to create that they can learn from each other. And this book is to create a parenting calendar. So I'll give you some examples of what this book has.
Yeah, I'm very happy about the fear part, the tantrum part. So if you can just give an example of how this book helps control fear in children.
See, even to you, fear is a big emotion. Very big emotion. This book deals with 28 kind of fears. So fear of stranger, fear of insects, fear of doctor, fear of new friends, fear of going to school, fear of anxiety of separation from parents, fear of failing, fear of non-performance, failing, fear of rejection, fear of isolation. You know, children are very, very cruel. When the class will gang up and not talk to one child, can you imagine psychologically what is happening to the child? There are lots of fears that children have. Fear of darkness, fear of ghosts. You and me have fear of ghosts. How many people cannot sleep in a room without night lamp burning till today? All of you, huh? Very brave this room is. Nobody? Everybody sleeps complete darkness in the room? I don't believe, yeah? Night lamps are built because people are scared to sleep in darkness. Ghost is coming. Nobody has seen a ghost in life.
Ask them about Karpambuchi, Palli.
You ask.
Bhayapaduvingala sir? Karpambuchikila, Pallikila, enak Palliki bayam unde. So, how does that Karpambuchi bayam, the Palli bayam, the Yeli bayam creep into a child? Yeah? How does the cockroach, the lizard?
Some children can hold a cockroach. Some adults will stand on the bench and scream like the cockroach can attack you. Come on. what is this? How irrelevant it is, how illogical it is. But you know what? Fear knows no logic. Fear is adrenaline gush. It will trigger and hijack your feeling. So we need to deal with fear. We need to talk about fear to children.
And how can parent community help here?
Now, everybody has specific fears. If the parent community, somebody has a question, we have counselors who respond. We have experts on the platform to respond. Like I said, parenting is a continuous upgradation.
And there's also a Maya AI parenting app which is given here. There's a QR code also. This is also a free downloadable app. So it's a generative AI app of hers. Like it's a clone and avatar of her, the first clone and avatar of, it's a teacher, mentor, influencer clone, which will give answers to all the parenting questions of your parents. And it's absolutely free of cost.
So you have tents on your tables. They have QR
Cards
codes.
are there on your tables, right? So
just scan and go and become a member. See what is happening, see how people are responding, ask experts questions. You become an expert on the platform, offer your knowledge, let people grow together. Let's really create a good generation by partnering with parents. That's the first advantage. The second advantage, as a school owner, you know, if you engage parents, if you give parents more than what they need, it's called customer delight. So engage with your parents. In industry, we call it customer delight. In schools, we should get into good practices. Forget that. It is the need of the hour. So there are two books. One is student-oriented, which is essentially your SEL for CBSE. Yeah. Then there is the parenting calendar. And of course, I already talked about assessment. Please pick up whatever you like.
Ma'am will be available here on this table. Please pick up your complimentary copy. Have it, use it. You want more copies, get back to us. We'll send you more complimentary copies for your school. You want her to come down to your school to give a session for your parents, just give me a call. I'll be more than happy to arrange for the same. That's again a work that we're doing for the society to build a better country. And also, if my colleagues are here, both Savarivasan and Umang are here, if anybody wants to implement this in class 7th or in any other class, these, VUCA socio-emotional curriculum, or want the PCN for your parents, please get in touch with these guys. They'll help you how to do it. Yeah?
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Give her a bigger round of applause. Thank you. So now I would request Mr. Chandan to come up on stage to felicitate Mr. Anantha Krishnan B to lead this conducting the amazing fireside chat.